Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome, gentlemen, friends, sisters, in our channel, History of Rajputs Officials. In our previous episode, we continue our discussion of the 36 Royal Rajput Clans and examined the historical status of several Rajput communities mentioned in traditional genealogical records. Today we continue that journey by records, exploring additional lesser known Rajput clans, their historical background, and the demographic information recorded in the Punjab Census of 1931. This episode also examines how Rajput identity was recorded across the different religions and regions during the colonial period. Also, as always, the purpose of this series is the present historical material found in traditional genealogies, census recorded historical books. We do not attempt to promote any particular viewpoint or create division where historians disagree. We will present those differences respectfully and allow viewers to understand the various historical interpretations. We begin with the Dulla Bhatti tradition. On this channel, we have previously discussed the famous folk hero Dulla Bhatti and the region historical known as Dulla Bhatti Bar. Continue from that discussion. We now turn our attention to another ancient community known as the Dudh community. Historical references suggested that this community possessed an ancient lineage and some tradition possessed an ancient lineage and some tradition mention rulers who were known for their victories over neighborhoods tribe, although detailed historical records are limited. These traditions indicate that the community once held regional importance. Another column mentioned in traditional Rajput list in the goat community, the game goat appears among Brahmins as well as among Rajputs, while the goat Brahmins are well known in historical literature. The goat Rajput remain comparatively less documented. Nevertheless, the same appears in certain traditional list of the 36 Royal Rajput Clans. Historical references suggested that members of this community once held a small principality in central India, while another branch was associated with the region of Ajmer. The next community is the Dabbi clan. Some historians describe the Dabbis as an independent Kshatriya community, while others consider them as a branch of the Badjodu lineage. Historical records do not indicate that they ruled a large kingdom or possessed of the significant independent state. Over time, the community gradually declined in political importance, and some historians note that many members later become engaged in trade and commerce. Although the Dabbi clan is rarely mentioned today. It occupies a place in several traditional Rajput genealogies. Another ancient clan is the Goel or Goal lineage. Historical traditions describe the clans as once being influential and politically significant. Early record associates them with Junagadh, where they are believed to have ruled for a period. Later, during the expansion of the Rathore rules in the 12th century, many members of this community are said to have migrated towards Zoroaster, while their political influence gradually diminished. Their name continue to appear in historical genealogical traditions. Traditional Rajput record also mention the Hun community among the 36 royal clans. The identity of this group has been debated by historians. Some British era historians suggested that they were connected with the Huns. The Central Asian peoples who entered in the Indian subcontinent during the 5th and 6th centuries. Historical traditions place some of their settlements near the Chambal River, while later observers recorded that only a few families continue to preserve this identity, with many eventually merging into other Rajput branches. One of the most debated subjects in Rajput history concerns the relationship between the Jats and the Rajput. The name Jat appears throughout northern India, including Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Sindh, and Kathiawar. Both Hindu and Muslim communities have historically identified as Jats, while many historians consider the Jats and Rajputs to be separate historical communities. Colonial census record reveal that social identities sometimes change over them. Over time, according to the 1931 Punjab Census, some communities that had previously identified themselves as Jats began recording themselves as Rajput. This illustrates of complex nature of identity during the colonial period and demonstrate that historically classifications were not always fixed and other important columns discussed in historical literature is the Tak or Takshak lineage in Sanskrit. The word Takshaka refers to the legendary serpent king mentioned in ancient Indian literature. Because of this association, the Tak Rajput are traditionally regarded as belonging to the Nagvanshi or serpent lineage. References to the Tashkas are also found in the Mahabharata, making them one of the oldest names preserved in Indian historical tradition. The script also mentioned a Muslim agriculture community known in parts of Uttar Pradesh by names such as Jarja, with regional identity including Jataja Pathan, Jataja Sheikh, and Jarja Turk. In some regions, these communities identify themselves as Muslim Rajput, while in others they referred different titles such as Muslim Thakur. Historical record remain inconclusive regarding their exact origin, and scholars continue to debate their uncertainty. The Punjab Census provides valuable information about the geographical distribution of the Rajputs during the late 19th of the early 20th century. Rajput population were recorded across districts including Rawalpindi, Jhelum, Jhang, Mint-Gumri, Hazara, Karnal and Hoshiarpur. Census reports from 1921, 1881, 1891, 1911 and 1931 indicate the Rajput formed as a significant part of Punjab's population with settlements extended across both of the plain of the hill region. And of the most interesting observations made in the 1931 census concerns religion diversity within the Rajput community. The census recorded Hindu Rajput, Muslim Rajput, Sikh Rajput, Christian Rajput, Jain Rajput and Buddhist Rajput. The Rajput identity historically extended across multiple region tradition while preserving a shared census lineage and ancestry. The census further divided Punjab into several administrative regions of the demographic analysis. These include East Punjab, Central Punjab, Hill region, Central Punjab, Plain region, and West Punjab. Each region continued different concentrations of Rajput populations. West Punjab included districts such as Rawalpindi, Multan, and Bahawalpur, while the Hill region included princely states such as Mandi, Bilaspur, Sokat, and Chamba. The central clans included districts such as Jalandhar, Lahore, Gujarat, Lalpur, Faridkot, Malarkoltala, and Kapurthala. The census also presents interestingly demographic information regarding marriage and widowhood among different communities. According to the 1931 census, the proportion of widows varied considerably between different religion and social groups, including Rajput, Sayyids, Jats, Baloch, and others. These figures provide historical with valuable insights into the social conditions of the Punjab during the early 20th century and help us better understand the demographic realities of the period. It is important to remember the census record of reflect the methods and classification used by colonial administration. While they are valuable historical documents, they should be studied alongside traditional genealogies, inspirations, religion studies, and modern academic research to gain a balanced understanding of Rajput history. The history of the Rajput is vast, diverse, and separate across many regions and communities. Some historical traditions are well documented, while others survive mainly through genealogical records and oral traditions. Our objective is to present these historical sources faithfully, allowing viewers to appreciate both the richness of the complexity of Rajput heritage. In our next episode, we will continue our study of the 36 Royal Rajput Clans and explore additional historical communities mentioned in traditional Rajput record, along with their places in the wider history of the Indian subcontinental. Thank you for watching our channel History of Rajput Officials. And now we need your permission up to next episode. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.